Okay. So far, so good. I started the recording, so even though it's a few seconds exactly on time. Okay, so I want to wish you all a happy Women's Day today. I think I don't have the exact wording on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we'll go over to Facebook and see about getting live there. So, okay, women, let's do our best to create goodness around us and spreading out from us and everything we do and think and feel. Do our best. Okay. I think that's what it's called. International Women's Day. All right, let's get this going here. Now we'll go live. Okay. Now everything's set. So I'm going to screen share. I hadn't clearly decided what to share today. I have a number of things, number of possibilities. Oh, that's what I want to do first. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. That's just my screen for some reason. Oh, okay. Let's see. This is what called to me right now. So we'll hopefully be able to start with that. Hopefully. Because creating families is very much part of women's presence here. And so that was special to me here. Okay, let's go. The one rule keeps peace in the family for you. When I say now, I have read this for a while, so I'm not sure everything that's involved, but here we go. Recently, there have been questions and concerns that the one rule might not work. I understand where these concerns come from. After all, it is such a different approach than parents are in charge. Not only that, it is so simple. How can something that simple work? It just couldn't be that simple. And since it is so simple, it must not really work. It's got to fail. It doesn't make sense. Although I really want everyone to adopt the one rule when relating to kids from birth onward, by just adding it to whatever way they parent now. I do understand the concerns, and I'm going to do my best to address them today. When I was first introduced by 3-year-old children to what I now call the one rule, I told them to help them understand what I wanted to help them do, that they were each important. Then I pointed to each of them and said, "You are important and you are important." They could agree with that. One little girl's awareness expanded to realize that they were both important. I saw it as her eyes lit up. I now realize that her eyes may have lit up because she thought of a solution. However, before thinking of the solution, she had to accept that the solution had to be something that they both liked. Until now, I've believed that her eyes lit up because she expanded her thinking to accept that both of them were important. Of course, that may be true. However, it is only now that I've come to realize that whether that is true or not, by following what is now known as the one rule, she found a peaceful, harmonious solution, a solution that was enjoyable for both of them. That is true for anyone who uses the one rule. There may be more than one peaceful solution, but it has been my experience working with kids that there is always this. This is the main habit. This is trouble. Someone else wants the same thing. Like the little thing saying, it seems that there's no way they both they think that they have to what want or the they don't do. In their eye, that's why I know I've done. Maybe you don't know anyone. I used to relationships with my life. That rules because every word I use maybe you do. Happy kid fine for paid. So this is live. There's one question I'm going to be getting answered hopefully today. And that is if you want to write your own email and send it out to people or whatever messaging you would like to do, then how do you add your link? Because on the affiliate site, there's just buttons you can click to send out different kinds of messaging to people, and it already has your link in it. But if you wanted to create your own, I'm not sure how to get your link in it. So I will find that out, as I say, hopefully today. So go check out happykidsco.org and sign up as an affiliate. Even if you just sell one coaching session, you could get a lot of money from it. So, and for now, and maybe for always, joining the member site is as cheap as I can make it. and still get some money from it. It's only $1.99 a month. So, and there's all kinds of trainings and ebooks and videos and more there. And that is where all the new things that I create, like the 4 magazines are there, and the one that I'm working on now will be there. All new ebooks, videos, audios, they'll all be there. So anyway, okay, let's continue on with the screen share and see if how this can work. Okay. Okay, we did that one. Oh dear. We'll have to see if this is going to go here. Okay, I felt like doing this one next. Maybe we'll get to that other one. We'll see. Okay. What happened was I had an intro training that I did, and I did it for different shows. I would do it at the end. Well, I made it into a standalone video, and that's what we're gonna see now. That's why it says, welcome to Karen Ryce's Raising Happy Kids Zoom show, intro to creating peace and harmony with the one rule. When I talk about raising happy kids or creating harmony with kids, I bring up the one rule. The one rule equals agreement. Now you know where that came from. Agreement equals harmony. Using the one rule means you find agreement. That's the rule. You find a solution that everyone likes. You found agreement. You found harmony. Knowing and following the one rule is all you really need to create harmony between you and your kids. In any situation where there are differences that might lead to conflict between you and your kids, use the one rule. I need a little sip of water. I learned this strategy from 3-year-old children. I was teaching them a complex conflict resolution strategy, actually intended for adults, and they taught me this. So don't think you're in for a rough time. It's simple, it's easy, it's powerful and effective. It works if you use it. And one thing I want to say here is here you'll get everything you need to get started. And once you get started, it really is so simple, and it brings about such great feelings between everyone that you'll just keep doing it. But I do coaching if people would like that. There is a member site, and there are several groups that I've set up. One is Moms Start Strong, and another is Harmonious Fathers. Another is focusing on yourself, Harmonious You. There's also the Miracle Workers for those who would like to be able to do this work and share it with other people, actually giving them lessons to get certified. Okay, the Miracle Workers to get certified. And then there's a general group for educators and a group for affiliates. And there's a really basic group for just generally using the one rule if somebody didn't want the specifics. And all these groups have Facebook groups. Some are private, some aren't. The affiliate one is not a private one. I think most of the others are. And we also have weekly calls. So feel free to join. And it's not expensive, believe me. Okay. But what I was saying is that this lesson that I'm doing right here, right now, is really all you need to get started. Or could be all you need to get started, because each person's different. What they need and want is different. So that's why the one rule works. And that's why conflicts come about. But the one rule can heal those. Okay. The one rule: start strong. You've decided that you really want harmony with your child. That sounds so good, right? Everyone feeling good and getting along. You've decided that you do not want to make your child do what they do not want to do. And you do not want to do what you do not want to do. And you are going to make this work. You have decided that you want to use the one rule to make this happen. This is going to become your new habit. I just wanted to say, when I was going through that first paragraph right there on this page, usually I would try to put it into a positive approach, but it seemed to call for this to make it clear anyway, because I'm not sure if it is. So, but it seemed clear this way. Okay. You remember that when you use the one rule, you're sharing the following messages with your kids. I want us all to be happy. We are each important. Together we can solve our problems. I believe in you. I love you. To create this new habit, you're going to start with yourself and what you want. You decide that you are going to let how you feel about a situation determine whether you agree with it or not. If it feels good, then you can agree with it. If not, you cannot. Think about a situation. Ask yourself, is this situation okay with me just as it is? If yes, your work on that is done. If no, what would have to change, be different, so that I could feel good about it? Maybe several versions of this situation would feel fine with you, maybe only one. This exercise, this practice, helps you make a habit of following the one rule. No matter what age your kids are, this exercise helps ensure a strong start and makes following the one rule so much easier. Here is an understanding that might make following the one rule even easier. Recently, I asked myself a question. What do I want people to feel when they are connecting with my work? I definitely want them to feel good about themselves. Then the following answer appeared, to my surprise and delight. I want people to realize that they are already using the one rule. That understanding surprised me, and as more and more of it was revealed to me, it delighted me. Of course, people are already using the one rule. I am not teaching them anything they don't know. I'm not teaching them anything strange to them. I'm just helping them expand their use of something they use daily without thinking about it. They use it. You use it. Every time you come to a decision inside of yourself, you're using the one rule. Most likely, you had to consider several options or possibilities to reach that decision. Even if it just took you a few seconds for you to agree with yourself, that is what I want. That is what I'll do. You also use the one rule whenever you agree with someone else. Together you come to a decision, an agreement. Yes, tomorrow I'll go to the auto parts store before I go grocery shopping. Even with your kids, you're using the one rule. You're coming to agreements. Think about it. Of course you are. You're just not thinking of it as a rule, as something required. So at times you are not coming to agreement. I am here to help you think of coming to agreement as required, as a rule, as the one rule. You just expand the situations where you come to agreement until coming to agreement is just what you do and your kids do. It is the rule you and your kids follow. When you use the one rule, you are creating harmony. Your kids are creating harmony. You're becoming used to creating harmony, familiar with how good it feels to everyone involved. One point to be clear on is that even if a situation seems complicated and it seems that it is impossible to find a solution that everyone involved can feel good about, it is still possible. An important thing to remember is that there is a way for things to work so that everyone involved gets to feel good. Keep that in mind. This has been my experience whenever I have made this effort. A clear, helpful way to introduce using the one rule to your kids actually originates from the first time the children introduced me to what is now the one rule. You can do what I did, so they could understand what we were doing. I told the two little girls 3 things. You are each important. Point to each person involved. You are important and you are important. And if it's your problem too, I am important. You or we each deserve to feel good. We can use the one rule to find a solution that feels good to each of you or us. Then tell them what the one rule is. When you actually start working with your kids using the one rule, helping them follow their interests is one of the easiest ways for you to start. That makes sense, right? It is also one of the most beneficial things you can do for your kids. Why is it good for your kids to do what interests them? One primary reason is that their interest is a key to helping them become the best versions of themselves that they can become. When we do what interests us, we are very engaged and focused. Think about doing something that interests you. When we are engaged and focused, what we do and produce tends to be of much better quality than if we were not interested. Interest helps result in excellence. An even more important result of being engaged and focused is that our whole being is involved in what interests us. That is why we are engaged and focused. We are experiencing harmony, inner harmony. That is a good reason to allow and encourage our kids to do what they're interested in doing. I have observed children doing what really interests them, and they become peaceful, harmonious people, even if they were not before. It doesn't mean that everything that interests our kids is going to always interest them. They may be interested for their lifetime, or even 10 years, or only 10 days, or 10 minutes. The point is that they are following their interests, not the specific thing or experience that interests them, or the length of time it interests them. So if they ask for your help, please help your kids follow their interests. If for any reason you really do not want to do what they're asking you to do, that is a perfect time to use the one rule. Another reason for helping your kids follow their interests is one that is taking care of you too. When they are eager to do something instead of resisting doing it, you do not have to encourage them to do it or insist that they do it, let alone force them to do it. Think of how much of your time and energy could be available for you to use as you wish. Helping them follow their interests is actually the one rule in action, taking care of you and your kids. I'm glad you're here. Okay. All right, we're gonna stop this. Oh, well, my. I wonder if I can shift. I'm going to stop the share. Okay. I think the next thing, oh dear, I don't have it on here. Nope. Oh, well, I guess we are not going to do that. Okay. Then all right. We're going to do some guardian stories. I was going to but I love the guardian stories, so let's do that. Okay. Okay, we're going to start here, but I'm going to skip through the first. This one is the first guardian story. And we've already been through that sort of thing here. The story I'm about to tell you is just an example of the one rule at work in the lives of these characters. If different things were important to them, if they were in different circumstances, the one rule would still help them find harmony. The bully and the guardians. Timmy was walking to school. He was going the long way, so he would not meet Jeff. Jeff would always say things that frightened him. Jeff called him names and threatened to beat him up. He was glad that Jeff wasn't in his class. Jeff was older. Timmy was also glad that they didn't have recess and lunch together, but there was after school to deal with. I need some more water. He wished his mom could take him to school, like lots of the other kids. Their moms and dads took them to school, but his mom was a waitress and had to be at work before he left for school. He didn't know his dad. He got his own breakfast, got ready for school, and left extra early so he could walk the long way to school. He and his mom were new in town, so they didn't know many people. He wasn't very good at meeting kids. He was quiet and used to keeping to himself. He was in the second grade, but he was small for his age. When he was just a few blocks from school, he heard a couple of girls behind him. They were talking and laughing. One of the girls said, "Hi." "Hi," said Timmy. "I'm Pam and this is Jenny. What's your name? You're new here, aren't you? Where do you live? I haven't seen you walking to school before." These girls were older. They looked like they were in the 5th or 6th grade. "I'm Timmy. I am new, and I don't usually walk this way. I'm going a different way today. I just don't want to meet a boy named Jeff. He's been mean to me." Timmy felt safe with these girls. He felt comfortable to talk with them. "I think I know who you mean. He's in the 4th grade. He's a bully. He likes to pick on younger kids," said Jenny. "Oh, yeah, I know who he is," said Pam. "I've heard about him picking on little kids for a while. We should do something about that." "Yeah, we should. I wonder what we could do," said Jenny. "Do you want to walk with us, Timmy?" asked Pam. "Sure, thanks," said Timmy. "We'll be your guardians," said Jenny. "Great name, Jen," said Pam. "I sure feel better having guardians," said Timmy. "Hey, maybe we could start a club, the Guardians, and we could help protect little kids from bullies," said Pam. "Awesome idea, Pam," said Jenny. "Let's do it. I'm sure some of the other kids would like to join." "Let's see if we can talk with some of them before class." When they got to school, before Timmy went to line up, "Thanks, Pam and Jenny. It was fun walking to school with you," he said. "We should thank you, Timmy. Thanks to you, we have an idea for a great new club," said Jenny. "Maybe we could have vests or scarves or caps that say Guardian on them." "Another great idea, Jen. Do you want us to walk you home after school, Timmy?" asked Pam. "Sure," said Timmy. "You're in Miss Jensen's class, right?" asked Pam. "Yes," said Timmy. "We'll pick you up there. Just wait for us. Tell her we're picking you up. She's nice. She'll let you wait for us. We'll be there as quick as we can," said Pam. After school, the girls walked Timmy home. Two of their friends joined them, a girl named Lacey and a boy named Ken. All the way they were talking about the guardians. This day they took Timmy's long way, but they were talking about taking his short way tomorrow. They all agreed that if they were all together, there would be no trouble from Jeff. They were right. They saw him, but he didn't come near them. At the end of the week, when they got to Timmy's house, Timmy's mom was on the porch. She invited the kids for a snack. Hi, kids. You can call me Kathy. Hi, Kathy. I'm Pam. This is Jenny, Lacey, and Ken, said Pam. She said that Timmy had told her all about them helping him and about the guardians. She wanted to thank them for helping Timmy when she couldn't, and she wanted to share an idea with them to see what they thought about it. While they were having their snack, she explained that she had been taking a class online, learning how adults and kids can get along better, and even how kids and kids can get along better. It was called The One Rule. It was simple to learn, and she was thinking that it might help them as guardians. It's fun too, she said. How does it go? Asked Pam. In the class, we have partners we work with, and then we perform for the group. Let me tell you how we do it. What's the rule? Asked Jenny. Oh, the one rule is agreement. That's how we solve problems. We decide on something we both like and we agree to solve it this way. Then we act it out for the whole group. That sounds fun and easy, said Jenny. Yeah, let's try it, said Pam. Lacey, Ken, you guys want to try it, right? Sure, said Lacey and Ken. What do we do? Asked Lacey. First, you choose partners just for the first solution. You can switch partners later if you want to. Then you decide on a problem you want to solve. Everyone can work on the same problem, or each group can choose their own problem. Just remember, you have to solve the problem by figuring out something you agree on because you both like it, explained Kathy. Let's think about solving something about bullies, said Lacey. Yeah, that's what the guardians are all about, said Jenny. Timmy, do you want to be my partner? Asked his mom. I just want to watch, said Timmy. Okay, this time we'll just watch. After about 10 minutes, both groups were back. So, who wants to go first? Asked Kathy. We'll go first, said Pam. Okay, first tell us what the problem is you're solving and show us how the solution works, said Kathy. We decided to solve a problem of bullying during lunch. Sometimes we see kids taking balls away from younger kids. Here's what we came up with, said Pam. She explained that the guardians would help hand out the equipment at lunch. If someone did not get something to play with, here's what the guardians would do. Pam played the kid that did not get a ball. Since all the balls are taken, what can I help you with that you would like to do? Asked Guardian Jenny. Man, I really wanted a basketball. There are 6 groups playing with basketballs. You could join one of those groups. I wanted to play by myself. I'll go with you and see if you can join one of the groups if you'd like me to. I know all those kids. They won't want to play with me. They won't want me to play with them. Oh, look, Carl is playing by himself now. Shall we go see if he'd like to play with you? I don't know. Do you want me to go ask him? I guess. Okay, wait here. I'll be right back. Carl says yes. Let's go. I'll introduce you. Then Pam and Jenny bowed, signaling the end of their play. Everyone clapped. That was great. Yeah, that should solve a lot of problems at lunch. It makes everyone feel cared about. What a great solution. That could solve the problem of bullying. People who feel cared about don't bully other people, said Kathy. We're next, said Ken. We're not going to tell you the problem. You'll know it when we do our play. I'm Guardian Ken. I walk up to someone on the way to school. Hi, Jeff. I'm Ken. Can I walk with you for a while? Mom, whispered Timmy, they chose my problem. Yes, they did, whispered his mom. Why? Asked Lacey, who was playing Jeff. I want to invite you to join our club. Why do you want to invite me? I think you'd be a great member. I think you'd fit in great in this club and that the club would be lucky to have you join. What's the club? It's called the Guardians, and we especially help kids who are being bullied by other kids. I figured since you're big and strong that you'd make a great guardian. What do I have to do? Well, we just started the club, and right now we're just helping kids go to school and home safely and helping kids be safe from bullies at school. We get together after school and practice ideas to help kids be safe. Want to join? I'll think about it. I hope you decide to do it. I think you'd be a perfect guardian. Okay, I'll do it. At least I'll try it out. Great. Let's meet where they hand out the balls at lunch. Do you mind if I walk with you to school today, Guardian Jeff? They took their bow and everyone clapped. I want to be a guardian for kindergartners, said Timmy. Great idea, Guardian Timmy, said Pam. You kids have convinced me. I'm checking out being able to earn a living doing this work with the one rule. Now I'm convinced I've got to do this. You want to come over and do this regularly? They all agreed. Bye, Kathy. Bye, Timmy. See you next week. Thanks for being here. Okay. I'm going to stop this share. I think we'll have time for another Guardian story. Okay, let's see. Let me get another one set up. I think we'll let's try this one. Okay. All right, we'll do a new screen share. And we'll start here. I'm going to skip through the first part of it. Okay, this is when creating harmony is up to you. I'm not exactly sure what is in this story. Jenny and Pam were walking Timmy home as usual. "You're right, Jen," said Pam. "I bet Kathy can help me with this. I've just been dreading it. I totally forgot what Kathy said about how we can use the one rule with 2-year-olds, but that it is different than what we do with older kids. I remember we can use it with grumpy adults too," laughed Jenny. "It works really well with grumpy adults," said Timmy. "We have a neighbor who used to be grumpy. I've been using the one rule for 2-year-olds with him when I have to talk with him. Now he isn't mean. Sometimes he doesn't say anything, but at least he isn't mean." "See, Pam," said Jenny, "I'm sure Kathy can help you." "Yes, I'm sure she can. But Dina's a real terrible too. No one can stand to be around him. And I got volunteered to take care of him while my cousin is visiting." "You got volunteered? Don't you use the one rule at home?" asked Jenny. "We usually do, but this was a kind of family emergency. They couldn't reach me to ask me about it. Mom said that with all my experience with the guardians, she was sure I'd agree and do a good job." "Would you agree?" asked Jenny. "I guess. My cousin really needs the help, and I'm the best one to do it. I was letting this get to me. I'm glad you reminded me about talking with Kathy. Maybe that's why this is happening, so I can learn about taking care of 2-year-olds using the one rule. I just hope it works. Then I could get really good paying jobs babysitting 2-year-olds when I'm a little older. If it works, it could be my specialty." "Now that's the way to think, Pam," said Jenny. "This could turn out great." "My mom should be home if you want to talk with her," said Timmy. "I may as well," said Pam. "The sooner I feel good about this, or at least better, the more I'll like it." As they got to Timmy's house, "Mom, Mom," shouted Timmy, "Pam needs to talk with you." Kathy came out on the porch. "Hi, girls. Come give me a hug, Timmy, and tell me what's happening." Timmy ran up the stairs to hug his mom. "Pam has to babysit a terrible two, and she really needs some help." "What's this all about, Pam?" asked Kathy. Kathy had become the coach of the guardians right from the beginning. When Pam and Jenny first walked Timmy home, we just did that story. She taught them the one rule and did weekly sessions with them where they practiced using the one rule. "Do you have some time to coach me, Kathy?" asked Pam. "Yes," said Kathy. "Let's have a snack first. I was just fixing something for Timmy and me. You girls hungry?" "Yes," the girls exclaimed. As they ate, Pam explained what had happened in her family and that Jen had suggested that Kathy could help her. "I'm sure we can figure out a good plan for you, Pam," said Kathy. "I'll tell you what I've learned about interacting with 2-year-olds. "Yeah, that's what I was remembering you said about working with grumpy adults," said Jenny. "That's right. And that sure works," said Timmy. Timmy had become so confident during his time with the guardians. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to tell you what you have to do differently with 2-year-olds or grumpy adults when it comes to the one rule. I'm also going to tell you why the terrible twos develop and how to avoid them. Sound good? Sure, anything that helps, said Pam. Soon after a child is through the terrible twos, you won't have to do this, but for 2-year-olds and really anyone younger, like toddlers and babies, you have to be the one to find harmony. They cannot participate any more than they already are. They're already in harmony with their developmental blueprint, and that takes all of their attention. What's that, their developmental blueprint? Asked Pam. That's what's built into all of us so that we figure out how to move our bodies, like walking. We learn the language where we are born. We learn so much to help us live our lives. And we all learn these things at about the same time and in the same order. That's how we know about the developmental blueprint. I'll tell you briefly what we know about 2-year-olds and their development, why it seems that they are difficult or even terrible. 2-year-olds are developing their willpower. They're making themselves into people who know what they want, who know how to get what they want, and who are determined to keep going until they get what they want. What makes this so difficult for those around them is when they are determined to do and have things that other people do not want them to do or have. That sure sounds like Dean, said Pam. I'm not surprised, said Kathy, because of what you've said about him. To be able to work with him, you have to pay attention to him. As a person at this stage of development, he must practice wanting and being successful. He has no choice. Young children have to do what their developmental blueprint directs them to do. So in a way, he already is in harmony with his developmental blueprint, which guides his development. Harmony? Then why is he such a brat? Asked Pam. He isn't necessarily in harmony with those around him, so it is up to them to get into harmony with him, said Kathy. Get into harmony with a brat? Asked Pam. He's only considered a brat because the adults around him do not understand what he is doing and do not know how to work with him. It can make all the difference if people work with him instead of against him, explained Kathy. So how do I work with him? Asked Pam. First, it helps if you find harmony inside of yourself, said Kathy. How do I do that? Asked Pam. There are various ways. We have a whole training on this. Before he gets there, you could give yourself a timeout. A timeout? Why do I need a timeout? Asked Pam. Just to have some time to yourself, doing something you enjoy, like listening to music or reading or dancing, or writing a list of things you're glad about in your life, or even sitting quietly and just paying attention to your breath going in and out of your nostrils, or listening to an app on your phone like dripping water or central air. With the first two, the idea is to get you focusing on what you appreciate about your life. These help you feel the good feelings of harmony inside of you. With the last two, it's to stop your thoughts. This helps you get in touch with the source of harmony inside of you, explained Kathy. I think I'll start with writing a list of things I'm glad about, said Pam. It's good to do this every day, to make it a practice. Oh my goodness. Maybe we can tell all the guardians about this, said Jenny. I want to do it. That's a great idea, Jen, said Pam. I agree, Pam, said Kathy. You can help me with this, can't you, Mom? Asked Timmy. We can do this together, can't we, Mom? Sure we can, Timmy, said Kathy. So what do I do next? Okay. All right, we're going to have to end this. I am way over time. All right. I hope you have a wonderful week. Go sign up as an affiliate and enjoy celebrating International Women's Day. And see you next week.